Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
All right.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Where to am I from?
Yo, what's going on? What's happening? I'm back. Yes, I am back. I'm back with no music, apparently. There we go. A little bit of music. I am Grimskull, the super awesome pixel pushing samurai for David Foster Media. Redacted. Redacted, which is almost at 1 million. Let's look. I got to check real quick. I am back live. Welcome, Joseph. It's good to see you. 998K. I mean, we are so close. Maybe overnight. Maybe overnight. I don't know. It's good to see you, Sean. What is up, Jason? Hans, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. I am going to talk about master properties in After Effects. Now, if you're an Adobe person, you may have heard of. Yep, while we're asleep, it is. If you're an Adobe person that uses Premiere or After Effects, you've heard of Essential Graphics, to where graphics can be created and then you pull them into After Effects so that you can then edit the text without having to create the graphic over and over again. But you can also do the same thing within After Effects with master properties. With master properties for sure. And I will show you how I use them. We have Mr. David Foster here. Within this segment, there are 3 areas that I want to highlight with a wipe, where we're talking about cameras, then lighting, and then microphones. There's actually 4 areas, but right now we're just going to go through 3. So, and I didn't want to have to sit here and create I know, that's great. Everybody take a screenshot of that and caption it. And caption it. But what I want to do is I want to use the same graphic within After Effects, but I just want to change the text, and I don't want to have to sit there and, create multiple copies of the same thing. So what I did was I used master properties. So that is basically the same graphic right here as this graphic, and also this graphic. The same graphic, but the text stayed editable. So let me create a copy of that. Create a copy of that and do one other thing real quick. I'm just going to get rid of all that stuff. Delete it. Delete it. All right. So I have a nice clean wipe. It wipes on, wipes off, wipes on, wipes off. What's up, Dr. Energy? Good to see you. Yes, work smarter. So we got a quick wipe here, and it's a tidal wipe. So what I'm going to do is when it wipes on, I'm going to have the text come onto screen. Let me go steal some from somewhere. I'm just going to steal this text. I'm going to center it to make sure there's no, there's nothing on there. And let me, nope, I don't want it on that one. I want it on this next one. Here we go. Oh, not that one. Oop, let me delete that. Oop, there we go. All right, it wipes on. There we go. It's gonna wipe on, and I want it to kind of burst up. Like David's having a good time there. I want it to burst onto the screen. We need redacted 1 million per day somewhere in Central USA. It'll happen. So about there, I'm going to put what I use Animation Composer. We're going to go to motion presets, 2D. We're going to select scale. And I want it to overshoot from the anchor point. There we go. That's a good one. And where does that? Okay, and that starts. We're gonna say right there. We're going to put another one of those Animation Composer ones, transitions on the out. So it's going to pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. Got it? Master properties. If you go to the replay, what's up, Kevin? Kevin Michael Reed, folks. Master properties are a way to create graphics within After Effects, like Essential Graphics in Premiere, where you can create the graphic. You can create the graphic, create editable elements within that graphic, and then you don't have to recreate that graphic every time or, duplicate it multiple times to use. You just have to have one copy in your composition. So I put this text on this background here, and it pops in and pops out. So I'm then going to open up my Essential Graphics workspace. I'm going to select, we're going to call this, what do we want to call it? We're kind of call it Master Prop Wipe. So I'm going to go in here. I am going to choose Master Prop Wipe. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here to did I change the same one? Did I change the right one? I did not. Here, let's go back and do that the right way. That's the one I want. I'm going to reveal that in composition projects. Okay, right here. Master prop wipe. There you go. We're going to select it. Again, we're going to go to master prop wipe, select it. I'm going to delete what's in there. We're going to set the poster time. I'm not going to title it or anything because I'm not going to export it out. I'm going to save it within this composition. So we've got our text. Got our text here with Essential Graphics open. We're going to go over to our composition down here. I'm going to twirl down the text, and then I'm going to grab this. Look at the source text. I'm going to right click on it. You right click on that source text, and then at the bottom, you can add property to Essential Graphics. Then you could give that a name. You could then put whatever default text you want there. You can, adjust several, if you want to, if you want to be able to adjust the text size, the sex ties. That's you can find those down on the corner at the the local shop. So now I've got that. I've got that. Basically, the text I want to change. Now you can do this with other elements too, like background colors, images, stuff like that, where you could change them. But it's very useful for like titles and lower thirds and text, where you just create the one composition with the master property. The text is master properties within it. And then I'll show you how you can use it. So I'm going to go here. We're going to grab one of these sequences here that I've been working on. Let's grab the gear one. So here we have our gear. And let's say, about right here, I want a title of some kind to come up with my wipe. So I'm going to go back and grab that master properties, master prop wipe. I'm going to drag that to my timeline. And there it is. A text comes in. All right. Just says text 1. Well, with that selected, I'm going to twirl down on that master prop wipe, and I'll have Essential Properties is now there. When you twirl down, you'll have Transform Audio and then Essential Properties. You twirl that down, you'll have your the master property right there. Text line 1. I can then right click on that, and I'm going to edit the value, and we're going to say what do we want to say? What do we want to say? I don't know. You don't need it. You don't need it. And it's really big, right? I can then go over to my essential graphics panel. With it selected, right? And scale it down. You don't need it.
All you need. All of the first base is not true. You don't need everything. This is actually all you need. All of the first base is not true. You don't need everything. This is actually.
There you go.
It's not true. You don't need everything. This is actually all you need. All of the
all right. So I've created the one graphic, right? Now I need to go to another section of my video. Like where the lights is. I'm then going to pull in that master properties again and move it where I want it. And look, see, it says text now, right? That's because I dragged in a new instance of it. I can then twirl that down, the essential properties, right click, edit the value, and I could say Kevin needs it. All right.
This is the perfect tool. You can use a window with like some diffusion. You could literally take a window.
So there you go. Let's look at with them closer together, right? They are the same composition.
I want you to understand that you can be a full, not true. You don't need everything. This is actually all you need. All of the first phase videos I recorded on the phone. I did that intentionally because I want you to understand that you can be a full, not true. You don't need everything. This is actually all you need. All of the first phase videos I recorded on the phone. I did that intentionally because I want you.
So there you go. You can use master properties within After Effects to create a single graphic that has editable properties that you can go in and change without having to create a whole different composition or duplicating. I used to do that all the time. Yes, in After Effects. Exactly. It's like a Mogert in After Effects. I used to do that all the time when I worked at the station where lower thirds, right? I would create a lower third up to a point to put text on, and then I would sit there and duplicate that however many lower thirds I needed instead of just creating. Now you could just create one lower third that has the editable text, and you just drag that onto your timeline. You make that text a master property through Essential Graphics. Then you go in and just edit the text. That way you're maintaining your look and feel of your one graphic. You're just able to create other graphics off of that, copies as you will. So there you go. That is what master properties do. All righty. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. John's not here. John Simon's not here. The other day when I didn't stream, I got a buy me a coffee from John. So, John, if you're watching the afterplay or the replay on this, thanks for the buy me a coffee the other day. I really appreciate it, sir. Thank you guys for being here. Kevin, Jason, Hans, David, Sean, and Joseph. and Joe. Joseph and Joe. Hope everybody had a good couple weeks and had a good couple of weekends. Again, we are at 998,000 subscribers over at Redacted. I'm up to 315 now, I think. So I'm just a hair. I'm just a hair. You know, I'm less than a drop in the bucket there. Yeah, I've got a long way to go before I get to 1 million. I doubt I ever will get to 1 million. So, yes, quick stream. I'm gonna stay in chat for a bit, for a few, but if you were not a Game of Thrones fan or got a bad taste in your mouth from the last season of Game of Thrones, I do say give House of Dragon a try. I've enjoyed the last couple of episodes. It's pretty good. You know, I did hear today though that one of the showrunners has left the show already. I'm trying, Kevin. I'm trying. By the way, the little tweak we did, looked good on the showrunner. It looked really good on the showrunner. So I figured one of those two ways were gonna work somehow. I think they both could have worked, especially since it didn't do the whole animation each time. So I need to shave. I wanted to use the one that worked or would make it easier on, you know. See you later, Jason. Oh no, you are the technical director. I'm just the prop maker. I follow the code. Whatever the code needs. I'm just the key grip. Just say it. New site? Yes, Sean has put together a social site, right? I'll have to look up the definition of production designer and look up the job description on that. Really? Oh, politics will get in there somehow. It always does. People say no politics, but politics eventually ends up whether it's going to be in everybody already agrees on everything, or so it becomes an echo chamber, or you just say that's not what we're going to talk about, which is a valid a valid, if you start a forum of some kind specifically to support a certain hobby, industry, something. Well, let's say I wanted to start an amateur guitar site, that is just basically people come sign up. We talk about, learning how to play guitar and, playing our favorite songs. You could put in there, hey, this is, it's not necessarily that it's not a free speech platform. It's that the focus of this is this subject. And there are plenty of other venues to go to talk about everything else. But the venue I've created is to talk about guitar, Gibson guitar, Gibson Les Paul guitars, the most the most epic, best guitars on the face of the planet. Gibson Les Paul. Fight me. I got something going on in my teeth. Sorry. Yeah. Well, the village square is kind of it's kind of evolved, right? I would agree that Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and the like are likened to the village square days of old, where you can grab a pamphlet and stand on the corner and wave it. People don't have to follow people they don't want to, right? They don't have to watch the content they don't want to. When politicians had duels. We should just go back to British rule. I mean, we could go back to tribalism, right? To tribalism, which is where we're headed anyway. Well, not back then they didn't. Not if you go back to that British rule. I'm not talking about I agree with affordable education. I can agree that we should have a better healthcare coverage system, a better education, an affordable education system. I can agree on those things. How we get there is a different story. I mean, that's just where we differ. One thing we should have is the fair tax, the flat fair consumption tax. I guess I'm getting political. I don't know. get rid of the tax code. Erupts. All right. Here's how you make healthcare and education more affordable. You get government out of the business of student loans. You audit degrees. You audit degrees from colleges, in that if a degree cannot pay for itself within 5 to 10 years, if you can't pay off the cost of the degree you get within 5 to 10 years on the starting to median professional wage, then you are being ripped off by that school. Well, they wouldn't have to get student loans if such high student loans if they weren't being ripped off by the college system. Right, which is criminal. Which is criminal. Companies should be able to, as far as healthcare is concerned, healthcare companies should be able to be taken across state lines, and there should be no there should be like no network. A health insurance company should provide a la carte plans that you can tailor what you need. And different companies should compete on the insurance that they can give you. Anyway, I think we should start out by getting rid of the IRS. Get rid of the IRS. Get rid of the tax code. There should be a flat consumption tax that is paid at the register. There is a certain limit for people making, at poverty level that do not have to pay taxes, or they can file on a postcard, their wages at the end of the every year. They send in a postcard, and they will get that money back. Goods and services. So you pay at the register. There's no way around it. Everybody ends up paying their fair share because you pay at the register. The more you buy, the more taxes you pay. And it's the same across the board. It's whether you're an individual or a corporation. When you make purchases, you pay taxes. A sales tax. And then it's up to the states, the states and the federal government to then balance their books. That will encourage people that want to save. If they don't want to pay taxes, save your money. It encourages savings. But it also leaves the control in the individual's hands of whether they're wanting to. Yeah, and that should be across the board. We just pay a little bit more in sales tax. I think the current proposition was like, now this would include a 20%, 20 to 28% sales tax. Anyway, Game of Thrones, I think go watch Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched it, if you liked at least up to season 7 of Game of Thrones, the House of Dragon, the first couple episodes was pretty good. One of my favorite, my favorite doctor, Matt Smith, is the villain. Well, I don't know if you call him the villain yet, but is in it. What's new? Nothing. Just trying to work. It was college. College started for my kid. We're minus a kid that went off to college to up north. My kid is going to a local college, the local private university here. We're still working on the driver's license. Trying to get motivated to play some guitar. That sort of thing. Just a lot of things distracting me from being able to do what I want to do. So anyway. But it's good seeing everybody. I should be back on my regular schedule now. So you can catch me Saturday morning. Also on the Grim Skull Gaming channel. And then I'll be doing I'll be back to doing the usual stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I am going to call it a night for now. I know it's short, but I got it there, got my topic done, and feel like my nose is starting to stop up for some reason. So it'll probably start running here in a few. So everybody have a good Friday tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed. I think, again, $9.98. We're still holding fast at $9.98. I think I can go in and see exactly. Oh yeah, it's a long weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend here. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we're at like 998, 236. So it looks like Sean says he's going to be on in about 30 minutes. So if you head over to Erupt TV on YouTube, you can check out what's going on with him. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to go to bed early. Do the early bed thing. Thank you guys. I think Clayton needs to not have the day off tomorrow and have. I agree. I think that'd be a great idea. I think maybe we should text him. If David's still here, you should text him. David, you should text Clayton and say, let's have a special stream tomorrow. But what if he does that tonight? What if it does it tonight? What if it happens tonight? Who knows? He will wake up in like 2 hours. Wait, didn't he just go to bed? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he'll be waking about 2 hours. All right. All right, folks. Appreciate you. Have a good evening. If I don't see you, have a good Memorial Day weekend. Like I said, I'll be streaming Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 a.m. If you like some Minecraft, some gaming over there on my Grimskull Gaming channel, which is also linked in my channels down below. That's one of the things I should do. I'll put that on my list. Trim this stream tomorrow. All right, folks. Have a good night, and we will catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.